What is new radio? New radio is
streaming everywhere.
Listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
TJ. Make sure you go get signed up for Prime and Prime Plus at tjriggins.com. You get all kinds of good stuff there. You thought I was going to say goodies, didn't you? Or did you know better? The only time I use the term goodies is when I'm talking about the headache powder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't ever say, oh, we got some goodies.
Ooh, show me the goodies.
Oh, got some goodies and some prizies.
Tchotchkes.
Tchotchkes, yeah.
I always loved that.
Yeah, I always thought that was a Yiddish term, tchotchkes. Is it? And it may be because the first time I ever heard it used was from a Jewish friend of mine.
Yeah, it's definitely a northern phrase, I think. Mm-hmm. Not sit-abouts.
Sit-abouts is down here. Yeah.
My very southern friend that used to be my boss says, "Who wants a tchotchke?"
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. But was that some sort of a sexual thing?
No.
Okay.
It's some stupid prize at work.
All right.
Like a finger trap.
Yeah.
Say you're on a plane. And when the plane lands, you know, you can't get up and just start getting off. You got to wait until you taxi and all that. And somebody pulls out a recorder, you know, one of the little plastic flute sounding things that you have in middle school, and starts playing Amazing Grace on it.
Oh.
I put the sound of a recorder in the same category with the sound of a bagpipe, that whining, and I can't stand it.
It's bad.
Same.
Would you be upset by that?
Yeah.
Riggins?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of these things. People singing on the plane, people playing music. No more musical instruments on the plane, I think. I'm okay with that.
What about you, Lynn?
Oh, I would hate it.
Okay.
I would hate it. Unless it's a child, which it doesn't sound like it is.
No, it's not. You know what it is? It's people who know that they have a captive audience, or a captured audience, actually. Yeah. And they want to show off in front of people, and they don't want people to be able to walk away.
Yeah.
You're trapped.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's kind of like that, what's her name? Lena Dunham. Mm-hmm. How she couldn't do a project where she wasn't naked in it because she knew that nobody voluntarily wanted to see her naked. So when she was the boss of a movie or a TV show or whatnot, she would make people see her naked.
Really?
Yeah, it's the same concept.
Same thing.
A captured audience, like an audience held captive.
Okay. Would you rather see Lena Dunham naked or listen to Amazing Grace on the recorder on a plane?
We know the answer to that, right?
I don't.
What do you think it is, Lindsay? What's the answer?
Listen to a recorder? Have you seen her?
Yeah, I've seen her.
And her personality, you know.
No, I can't stand her.
does.
She's the human version of the recorder.
Yeah.
For me.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's a good question. I think I'm gonna go recorder. Yeah, because at least I like the song "Amazing Grace."
It was a great song.
Yeah.
Well, and doesn't she's just such an activist, and she doesn't know when to stop.
Yeah, she's terrible. She's a terrible person. So yeah, I'm taking the Amazing Grace on the recorder. I mean, I would take, I don't know, Disco Inferno on a recorder over that.
All right, she doesn't know when to shut up either, so it's kind of similar. Yeah, you're right.
It's like you're gonna pay attention to me is what both of them were saying. You know. Yeah. All right, so then it had people on Reddit commenting on this, and some of them are actually really funny. So we'll get to that coming up next.
TJ, Riggins, and Lindsay want to thank you for listening.
Let's go!
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
The TJ and Riggins Show is available to stream every weekday around 7 a.m. Eastern at tjriggins.com. Stream on your phone, on your iPad, in your car, on your laptop at work, or from your smart home devices. And if you can't listen live, that's not a problem. Listen later as a podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Amazon Music, or at tjriggins.com. The Week in Review, Group Therapy, Extra Funny Podcast, the TJ and Jody's House Podcast. So many great things to listen to every day of the week. Listen live or listen later at tjriggins.com. It's easier than ever to enjoy the show. tjriggins.com.
Hey, it's TJ, and the people at Cozy Earth are thrilled with all the people who have bought that bubble cuddle blanket that I've been promoting. And as you know, I get a special discount for you, the highest discount that any influencer gets, which is 41% off when you use the code TJ at checkout. People are also loving the bamboo bedding and pajamas. A lot of celebrities like those, but that doesn't matter. I like them. I'm the only celebrity you need to worry about. Go to tjriggins.com/deals. Use the code TJ at checkout for that big 41% discount on everything at Cozy Earth.
The TJ Riggins 24/7 Carolina stream is available in the Media Center at tjriggins.com. Sponsored by R. Gregory Jewelers in Statesville. Go to tjriggins.com/diamond. At R. Gregory Jewelers, we speak diamond.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show. With TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D-Rob. Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. There's another celebrity woman who is that way, like Lena Dunham, where, you know, she always forces people to see her naked. What is her name? She used to have a talk show on E because she was messing with the boss of E. What's her name?
Chelsea Handler.
Chelsea Handler. She's another one. It's like nobody really volunteers to see her naked, so she always would want to put her stuff out there. You're going to look at me naked. You know, one of those kinds of deals like Lena Dunham. But anyway, we're talking about this situation on the plane where some guy pulls out a little recorder, the instrument, not something to record. I don't even know why it's called a recorder.
I know.
It's so confusing.
It's a bad flute.
But yeah, it's a little toy cross between a flute and a clarinet. Mm-hmm. And it sounds awful. And he played Amazing Grace. So they went to the Reddit and they said, what's the strangest thing you've seen on a plane? This person said, I got stuck in a middle seat years ago next to a young woman carrying an almost life-size doll head with a full head of messy hair. And no, she wasn't a hairdresser. This was like an emotional support doll head. I slept with one eye open. Can you imagine sitting next to a freak like that? A grown woman?
That's amazing.
Get a doll head?
No.
Just my emotional support doll head.
You take that over, though, a recorder? Or would
No,
you take
I would take the recorder over that because at least the recorder doesn't happen until the flight's over. And then, you know, it's just one song. And I can put my earbuds. I forgot about that. I could put earbuds in to cover up the sound of the recorder.
Yeah.
But
That's true.
somebody sitting next to you with a creepy looking doll head, realistic looking doll head with better hair than I have. I'd be jealous of his hair, nothing else.
That's the issue, yeah.
The fact that it's almost life, what do they say? Almost life size. Yeah. It's like slightly smaller.
This is why he didn't make it. His head was too small.
So creepy.
Creepy. Yeah, definitely the recorder in that situation. That person seems dangerous, the person with the head.
I know. So I just imagine her sitting there with it in her lap the whole time. And then whenever you can put the tray table down, you put that down and she sits it there and talks to it or, you know, rubs its ears or whatever she has to do. But if it had messy hair, maybe it wasn't the hairstyle. Maybe it's because she's constantly messing with its hair to, you know, whatever. All right. So would you rather be sitting next to that person or somebody with a not crying but active toddler?
Ooh, active toddler.
You know, it might be climbing on you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Getting up in your face.
Definitely take the toddler for that lady.
Okay, what about next to a crying baby?
That doesn't bother me because obviously.
Yeah. I think parents are a little bit easier with that.
Yeah.
I'm taking the baby again. I mean, this person seems, an emotional support.
Doll head.
Doll head? Come on. That person's likely to bite you, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be afraid to talk to her just because I wouldn't want to set her off.
Yeah, exactly. That messy hair.
Yeah.
Brush your doll's hair.
Yeah.
But I just picture her sitting there stroking the doll's hair and playing with it. I mean, it's just, no, thank you. That's about one of the weirdest things I've ever heard of.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God. I love it. I love it. I love it.
This is TJ and Riggins.
TJ Riggins Prime Plus members get all of the shows commercial-free, plus a segment called Extra, Extra Funny. All for the low, low price of $4.99 a month or $54.89 for a 12-month subscription. Sign up at the Media Center at tjriggins.com.
most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Mariah Carey is trending today because people say that in her most recent interview with a radio station in Los Angeles to promote her new song, she seemed off and detached.
Well,
Like, when has she ever been attached?
Yeah, come on. It's
Mariah Carey. Come on.
She seems off and detached. Yeah, that's Mariah Carey.
yeah. Wake
But
up.
that's all they said? She just seemed, did they have clips or anything they played of her?
I watched the whole interview.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that's just Mariah Carey.
It's
Yeah,
just
she just-
heard.
She's got her sunglasses on. She's doing an interview. It's perfectly a normal Mariah Carey interview, and she just seems like, you know, the diva that she is. I mean,
Yeah.
she's
Clearly, they didn't do their research.
Yeah, I know.
Right. They just say, oh, she's one of the greatest ever. But you should know everything there is to know about what to expect from Mariah Carey by really stopping and thinking that she voluntarily had a relationship with and kids with Nick Cannon. So that
Yeah.
should tell you, as my papa would say, ain't nothing to her.
Ain't none to her.
Chipotle is in the news. They are, for the first time in years, releasing a new kind of dip. It starts on June 17th. It's an adobo ranch.
Spicy.
It's maybe a little spicy, and yeah. So if you like your big Chipotle burrito, this is a perfect dipping sauce for it.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could put it on your burrito bowl.
Ew.
You're more of the burrito guy. You like the tortilla.
A good old full American burrito. Burrito bowl.
People weren't that thrilled when they released their queso a few years ago. They said it wasn't that good, and it didn't match what you get in most Mexican restaurants.
Well, no.
So people were like, "This is not the queso I know and I like." So people threw a tantrum about that. So ranch, you're really playing with fire now. People are really passionate about their ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
But you're never going to go into a fast food Mexican place and get the type of queso you'll get in a restaurant. I don't think.
I guess not.
No.
That's what we're learning.
Mm-hmm. So I can't believe they expected it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like this chef that I watch on social media. He works as a chef in a sorority house. He's really nice, really sweet guy. I'm sure everybody knows who he is. Old cool cooking or something like that. Old school cooking. But they were on break, and he was at home trying to make videos, and he was trying out Gordon Ramsay's pizzas, frozen pizzas, and he's just ripping them about how terrible they are. You would expect to have a little bit of crust to be great. Hey, they're frozen pizzas at the grocery store. Are you trying to make them out to be like they're supposed to be like an Italian restaurant?
Come on.
Get out of here.
And it's Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
I don't expect him to make great pizza frozen or fresh.
I bet you none of Gordon Ramsay's food's good.
Oh,
I don't expect anything from him.
I don't expect any. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
And I think he knows how to run a restaurant, but he's British.
It comes down to that.
Yeah, I don't think their food is good. Even Gordon Ramsay.
Even Gordon. Take that, you donut.
I would take a bite of it and then spit it out. What is that?
It's raw.
You took me to eat that. Do you?
It's perfect. It's a great Gordon. And then speaking of Gordon, today is National Corn on the Cob Day. Corn on the cob. Not just regular corn, it's corn on the cob. So those are just a few things that are now trending. We've got more coming up next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. Click the deals button to get all our exclusive best deals anywhere from all of the TJ and Riggins Show partners. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Our friends at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress are having a huge Father's Day sale, and this is where you can save big on outdoor furniture, recliners, reclining furniture, and much more. It's Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Go to tjriggins.com/mattress. Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Baby, let's go.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
TJ has said for years that if men acted the way women act on Mother's Day, on Father's Day, that they'd be, blasted by the entire world.
Yeah.
Because TJ's pointed out this trend of women on Mother's Day saying publicly, I don't want to be bothered. right? Do I have that right?
Yeah. Just, for Mother's Day, I just need a break from the kids and a break from you. Just some alone time. Let me do this. Let me do that. Just want to be alone.
Yeah. Well,
if a dad said that on Father's Day, he'd be the worst dad in the world. I just want to be away from all of y'all for a little while, just for the day.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to introduce you to the worst dad in the world. His name is T. Murph, and he's on social media, and he's caused quite an uproar because he is saying people keep talking about how men are hard to please and how y'all don't know what we want for Father's Day. Let me help you out. Sometimes men just want to chill and don't have nobody bother them. We don't want nobody asking us for nothing on Father's Day. We don't want nobody asking to borrow nothing. We don't want nobody asking us to do nothing around the house. So he goes on to point out we don't want to go to a restaurant that we don't know about, that we've never showed any interest in going to. Mm-hmm. We probably just want to hang out with our boys, maybe shoot some pool, but we don't want to loan out anything. We don't want to help fix anything around the house, and we don't want to mess with the kids. So he's saying it.
Yeah, yeah, but he's also saying it in horrible, horrible grammar.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't,
and I don't know that I can be on his team, but I don't agree with that either. I don't think I would never want that. I'd never want to be away from my family on Father's Day. That's part of it. You're with your family. But I'm just saying, if a man did say that, then people would think he's terrible, and I'm sure that. But I also, it doesn't count to say you want to go hang out with your boys and shoot pool or whatever. It's just because women don't say that. Mm-hmm. Moms don't say, I want to go hang out with my girls and do this and this. They just say, I want to be alone. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Total.
Yeah.
Alone. Yeah. Well, a lot of the guys were in the comments. Amen. Preach, brother. Thank you for telling them how we feel and what we want. Another guy. Very true. And definitely no more ties. Truth. Spread the word. This is what we want.
Come
on. Yeah, we're conditioned to expect very little in the way of gifts. Moms, though, they're held to the highest standard.
Yeah. Nobody following that guy in order to comment on what he said has ever worn a tie.
Correct.
That's a good point.
You're so right.
And surely you don't wear one enough for people to give them to you as a gift. That's just an old stereotype. Get out of here.
Lindsay, do you do anything big for Father's Day for your husband?
I mean, we cook him breakfast. I mean, I'm always like, what do you want to do? And he's like, just hang out. I mean,
He's easy.
He's easy.
Yeah, I like that.
My daughter asked me just the other day, she texted, said, what do you want for Father's Day? And I said, probably just a Mexico meal.
Mm. Yes, good one.
But since she lives in Nashville, she won't be able to partake in that meal with me. So I guess I shouldn't have said that because I didn't hear from her again.
I feel bad.
She's probably crying.
But this is a perfect opportunity. You know what dads want? Dads want steak. So if there is still time for Father's Day, if you want to order some awesome Omaha steaks for dad, head over to omahasteaks.com and use promo code TJR for $35 off your Father's Day order. You still got time. omahasteaks.com.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Absolutely delicious.
Yeah! All right, let's
go. This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Where are these huge discounts on great products? The deals page at tjriggins.com.
Check it out.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Yeah.
The perfect start to the day.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show.
Just the best.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Well, everybody always talks about trends and how trends that are new are actually not new. They're just things that have come back. You know, we see that a lot.
Yeah.
Fashion trends and that sort of thing mainly, you know. But this is a young woman who is asking about a certain trend and she's ready for it to come back. Listen.
Serious question, but like, when are cigarettes coming back? You know, like all these trends from when we were younger are coming back, and that's the one that I'm waiting on, because it's like, it's summer now, the sun comes out on a regular basis, and once that starts happening, I can hear that pack of Camel Crush calling my name. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, doesn't matter what time of day it is. It could be 8 o'clock in the morning. I want to be standing outside. I want to be getting that vitamin D on my skin and getting that vitamin C from within. You know what I'm saying? I just miss like when you could just do things for enjoyment.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty profound.
Right.
That's bold.
Mm-hmm. Now, I hate to criticize, but from a comedic standpoint, that would have been just a better in and out. Boom. I want to know when cigarettes are coming back in style. That's what I'm ready. I'm ready for cigarettes to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Yeah.
Shut it off.
Done. Boom.
Yeah.
But, the ladies like to talk.
Well,
Yeah.
Just kidding, ladies. Just kidding. Now, I'm usually not in favor of these pranks that women play on their husbands and all of that, because most of the time they're doing it just to make their husbands look like bad husbands, or show them, that they just don't respect them at all and that kind of thing. But this is actually pretty funny. It's just a simple question that women are asking their husbands out of nowhere just to get the husband's reaction. Listen.
Do you ever wish that you were like more athletic?
Me?
Yeah.
And I'm very athletic.
You ever wish you were like more athletic? He goes, he's just taken aback. He goes, oh, me? I'm very athletic. And Lindsay, you said you tried this on your husband, who was a professional athlete.
Yeah. The difference is I didn't say, do you ever wish like you were?
Yeah.
I just asked the question.
Right.
And it was funny. He was taken back, but I'll have to show you the video. It was funny.
See, because I would have said, well, of course. Who wouldn't?
Sure.
Well, I am very athletic, but who wouldn't want to be more athletic?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to be Bo Jackson?
Truth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get all offended by it.
You wouldn't?
No. You ever wish you were more athletic?
Because
Yeah.
the implication is that you're not.
Well,
The way
I
she's
know,
asking it.
but she says more athletic.
Yeah.
She would have just said athlete. You ever wish you were athletic? Then, what are you
you'd
talking
be mad.
about?
Mm-hmm.
See, I think Kyle gets like deer in headlights when he sees a camera coming around the corner, because he's like, wait a second.
But I don't think you're
like
supposed
that.
to hold the camera up in front of. I think that you're supposed to kind of hide the fact that you're videoing to get that response.
I tried, but he saw my phone sit there, and I don't know. I think he did.
Sitting there on a tripod.
Yeah, with a ring light.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
The TJ and Riggins Show is available to stream every weekday around 7 a.m. Eastern at tjriggins.com. Stream on your phone, on your iPad, in your car, on your laptop at work, or from your smart home devices. And if you can't listen live, that's not a problem. Listen later as a podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Amazon Music, or at tjriggins.com. The Week in Review, Group Therapy, Extra Funny Podcast, the TJ and Jody's House Podcast. So many great things to listen to every day of the week. Listen live or listen later at tjriggins.com. It's easier than ever to enjoy the show. tjriggins.com.
Katie, you know what one of my favorite things about summer is?
What's that, Greg? Greg? Naps. I bet he was gonna say naps.
Right now, earn up to $1,500 in free furniture with the purchase of a mattress sleep system during our Father's Day sale. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show with TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob.
Sets the tone for my day.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Lindsay, I don't know if you've seen this story or not, but if you haven't, and I tell you about it, you're going to be so sad that you didn't get invited to this wedding in Canada.
Oh, I haven't heard.
Okay. Now, you're not a just I love weddings kind of person, but you don't mind them.
Yeah, they're okay.
Okay. Well, if you got invited to this wedding by these strangers in Canada, you would have RSVP'd, I'll be there. You'd be the first one to send it in to say you're going to be there. It happened Friday, and it was 2 cows tying the knot.
Stop.
The owners of a miniature Highland cow didn't want her to be lonely and went looking for a mate, so it was an arranged marriage. They did a full ceremony with all the bells and whistles. Highland cows come from Scotland, so the groom wore a kilt.
Oh.
And Canada's CTV News did a pun-filled story on it with phrases like holy matrimony.
Oh.
And instead of I do, the officiant asked them to say I moo.
Got it. Oh, my gosh.
Oh. I was with you when you said cow, but then when you said Highland cow, I'm going.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Love them.
Put a kilt on a cow.
A kilt on a cow.
I bet he was so cute.
Weird. I know it stinks. I can just say it. They're
They
so
don't.
cute.
You can groom them.
Yeah, but these are outside in the pasture or in the little
stinks.
pen or whatever, and they're Canadian at that.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of Canadians sitting around. Let's have a wedding, eh?
Now that's what I wanted for Mother's Day, a Highland cow.
Oh,
I didn't.
yeah,
I didn't get one.
Right. So,
Obviously.
then you're going to get revenge on Father's Day. Then
Mm-hmm.
you know what? You should have bought him a Highland cow for Father's Day.
Yeah.
That would have been the thing.
Oh, he kept saying, Lindsay, we have nowhere to put it. We have a huge backyard. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
All golf communities should have cattle, livestock.
Totally agree.
Yeah. We could charge for kids to come pet him.
Yeah. Even it gets better and better. Have a bunch of strangers in your driveway all the time trying to get over to pet the illegal cow.
Yeah, bootleg petting zoo.
Yeah. See, we have kids' parties already ready if we got a Highland cow.
Which is one animal. It's like,
Yeah.
where's the other animals? Just this one.
Yeah.
The worst petting zoo ever.
Yeah. His name's Jeff. You can go pet him as long as you want.
Yeah, just have a petting zoo with one dog. Oh, and that reminds me. Everybody who always says that I don't like dogs because I say dogs shouldn't be treated like humans and stuff and taken everywhere and all. There's a video on our social medias of my carrying a thing from Table and Twine, a delicious food picnic thing package that they have now, down to little friend Jenny and handsome husband Michael's boat. And in the video, you can see their dog, which I call, his name's Ruger. I call him Rugaroo because he looks like the swamp monster in Louisiana, Rugaroo. And you see him right there with me because he follows me everywhere I go when I'm over there.
Mm.
So I love
that.
dogs as long as they know their place.
And they love you.
Yeah, yeah.
Was he following you or the Table and Twine
He
food?
was following me.
Was he?
Riggins, he always does. 'Cause
Okay.
him loves me.
It wasn't the marinated turkey breast and thinly sliced roast beef.
Or pasta. Dogs don't even like pasta salad. Shut up.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
New radio is your new marketing, advertising, and influencing dream option. Go to tjriggins.com/explosion. The future of advertising is here. tjriggins.com/explosion.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
There's one lucky person in Colorado that won the lottery in December of 2024. Well, the time is running out for them to go collect that prize. It's $2 million, and they have until June 14th to pick it up. It's been 6 months. So I didn't even know there was a time limit on when you can reclaim your reward.
It is. But I thought it was a year. It used to be a year. But I guess each state's different in a state lottery. But
yeah. So, yeah, a $2 million prize. They have just a couple days left. And I don't know if this is common, people to get their affairs in order, get a lawyer before they go. But it's only $2 million. I can't imagine it's that complicated to get your stuff in order. So it sounds like they just don't know. They don't know they won.
They also have to they have to call that gay guy with all the tattoos on the TLC or whatever channel he's on that does My Dream Lottery House. They got to go get him in order because they got to buy a new house.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
I don't
what
know
a weird
his name,
reference.
but yeah, it's either on TLC or what's the other one, the HGTV, one of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really cool. He's all tatted up. I mean, all over, and he goes with people who have won the lottery and helps them find their dream home.
That's a cool idea for a show.
Yeah, and he's really good at it. Yeah.
Are the people that are on the show
they're not all Powerball winners. Let me put it that way.
I got you.
So they're, some of they have limited budgets. Some of them, like if they won, $600,000 on a scratcher or something like that, it counts.
Yeah. Wow. That's a great idea for a show.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, TLC is trending this morning because this week there was a new show that premiered. It's called Virgins, and it is a reality show following 5 adult virgins. So they are in their 40s, some are in their late 30s, and they're all very well-adjusted people, but now they're being followed around with cameras and trying to...
Are they trying to not be virgins, and that's what the show's about?
Some of them seem more excited to not be anymore. Some are totally fine with their life, and they just talk about, they said, well, this is just the way I'm choosing to live.
Yeah. Are they looking to get married or anything, or are they just out to lose their virginity?
Most of them are looking for long-term relationships, and they're interesting personalities, but you just don't see people talk about it that often.
Yeah.
But isn't that sad? I mean, this wouldn't have been a show back in the day. It's just where we've come as a, it's crazy. They're like freak shows. Like, you got to look at them. They're virgin,
Yeah.
Which is
crazy.
a shame, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, TLC definitely highlights some interesting personalities and characters, and that was one of the ones that they released this week.
Yeah.
So,
highlights. That's a good word.
Highlights them.
They highlight them.
Yeah.
Right.
Not make fun
they
of
don't
them.
exploit them.
No.
They highlight them.
Of course not.
Never.
And then Panera is trending today. They're in the news because they've launched this thing called the Sip Club. It's like $15 and you get unlimited drinks for the month. But people have shown up to their local Panera only to see signs. Sorry for the inconvenience. Our coffee brewer, espresso machines are down. We don't have iced coffee, hot tea, or any espresso drinks at the moment.
Because they've run out because of all this.
Their machines have apparently fallen apart, and they're not able to produce the drinks. So people are kind of upset that they've spent the money and they're not able to get their drinks, coffees and teas.
But is it because of the high volume they're having to do, or they're just saying it's okay?
Doesn't sound like it. Got another McDonald's ice cream situation going on. So we've got more next.
More TJ and Riggins coming up. Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. It's now easier than ever at the homepage. TJRiggins.com. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Okay, everyone, here's a little PSA for you. R. Gregory Jewelers, downtown Statesville, Father's Day is just 2 weeks away. And they're the place you need to go. Because at R. Gregory Jewelers, they not only have women's jewelry, but they have men's pocket knives, they have men's jewelry, they have cool watches. Anything you need, they got you covered. So go to R. Gregory Jewelers in downtown Statesville, and even if your man is like, you know what, don't give me anything, no. He needs something, he wants something, he deserves something. So go to R. Gregory Jewelers, downtown Statesville.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
Listen everywhere.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
The other day, TJ was talking about these Labubus, which are the dolls that I think are from Japan. And they're just like little stuffed animals, but they've got monster faces, and a lot of people think they're really cute. I think they retail for about $30. But the lines to get them when they're released in retail stores is hundreds of people long. And a lot of scalpers come in, buy them all up, and then resell them. And I think the price you had quoted for some of those resold Labubus was
$600 something, $630.
$600 something for a $30, little plush toy. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a stuffed toy.
It's a stuffed toy,
just like you'd win at the fair.
Unbelievable.
I swear my phone heard us talk about it because I had never heard of those until yesterday when we talked about it. Well, I get on Instagram, this lady in Dubai, it's on her Hermes bag. She goes into the store. She's like, I need another one. She's already got 10 hanging off. And the lady's like, I'm sorry, they're all sold out. And we sold our last one for $500,000. And she was like, I would have paid more.
What?
$500,000?
Swear, in Dubai, swear.
Oh.
It was wild.
$500,000 for a plush toy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dubai.
Okay. All right, bye. Well, there's another product that's being resold that was also really popular on the internet. It's the Sydney Sweeney bath bar. Now, what was interesting about this bar of soap, if you don't know, Sydney Sweeney is an actress, a young, hot actress, and she's in a lot of stuff. She's very beautiful. But the bar of soap, which retailed for $8, actually contained droplets of her actual bath water. So you could wash with Sydney Sweeney's bathwater. And yeah, again, they retailed for $8, sold out immediately. There were 5,000 of them made. Well, now they're being resold on the internet for thousands of dollars. $2,000 is one listing on eBay here. It's called Sydney's Bathwater Bliss.
If you're a guy and you're buying, even if you bought it at $8, and that's why you bought it, because it had Sydney Sweeney's bathwater in it, you need to stop what you're doing right now, reevaluate your life, and go get help. Go to the hospital.
Yes.
Because you are on a different level of perversion.
It's crazy.
The rest of us are not safe living amongst you.
Whoa, TJ.
Get out of here.
You think they're dangerous people?
I think they're that twisted, yes.
Agreed.
I really don't think they need to be operating a motor vehicle, no.
Really?
I mean, how do you not think that, though?
Unless you bought it to make money off of it and sell it to some other perv, then if you bought it just because you think it's cool and it's hot because it's got her bath water in it, then seriously, you need to go check yourself in somewhere.
So if the guy that purchased it at $8 is crazy and you don't even want him in society, what do you think about the guy that's about to pay $2,000 for that same bar of soap? What do you think of him?
Same. Even worse, yeah.
Right? It's got to be worse.
Worse. And if you believe that it's her bathwater, that's the best part.
That's what I was going to say. There has to be some way of showing the authenticity of it.
I think
they could get sued.
That was part of the role. She was even in the commercial, and it was it's a one-time thing, a limited run of products. But I do believe it is legit, although very weird. Bathwater. You want the bathwater of a celebrity to enjoy.
Well, it comes from that old saying, that whole thing. But yeah, and that's what makes you just icky.
Nailed it.
More TJ and Riggins coming up. Prime Plus members get extra funny, commercial-free versions of all the shows and more. Sign up at tjriggins.com. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins. What is new radio? New radio is
streaming everywhere.
Listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
So I'm still trying to get used to working with someone who is very, very young. On my night show on the news talk station, I have two people that are producers on the show, and they're in there with me all the time. One screening phone calls and doing all kinds of other stuff, and then the other is running the board and all that. And the one who runs the board is 23. His name's Isaac. He's really cool. He's 23. And I didn't think much about there being such a huge age difference in being able to understand each other and all that, because my son's 22. But I forgot that my son and my daughter both have been educated on old school things their whole lives. And so if you're talking to one of my kids, you think you're talking to a much older person most of the time. So I forget that with Isaac. And something happened last night. When you listen to a talk radio show, then they play what's called bumper music, and it's popular songs that it's mainly just the instrumental that you're talking over, but it's songs that you recognize usually. Well, the other night, one of those came up, and obviously I pick all of the songs that are played, and it was a song called "You Can Do It" by Ice Cube, and it goes so it comes on, and I start grooving with it and being silly, and then even though it's an instrumental, I start singing along, rapping along with it a little bit. You can do it, put your back into it. And then, then the other part comes in and I go, click, click, boom, hear me banging down these back streets. And so Isaac tells me last night, because he was on vacation at the time, he said, Lonnie, that's the other producer, sent me that clip with you doing that freestyle. Man, that was really cool. So I thought when he said that, because he'd already mentioned something else about Lonnie told me he sent it to him, that he knew that was a song already, and he was laughing that I was doing an Ice Cube impression, but he didn't know that was a song because he's too young. He thought I was freestyling on the news talk station, and I know nobody's ever done that.
No, I bet not. I bet there's been no freestyling.
So I'm rapping a song by one of the most famous rappers of all time, and he thinks I'm just freestyling my own stuff.
Yeah, go with it, man.
That is hilarious. What a classic song. And then
yeah. So I'm old, yeah. Really, really old.
You're so cool.
TJ Riggins and Lindsay want to thank you for listening.
Let's go!
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to hear the new TJ and Riggins shows, archives, podcasts, watch the show, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
So by now, you've probably heard me talk about Mandu Charlotte, and ooh, it's my latest obsession. I love it, and it's only 15 minutes out of your day, and it feels like and looks like you've been in the gym for hours. What it is, they put electromuscle stimulation vests on you. You do little workout, 15-minute simple moves, but the vest stimulates your muscles, and I'm telling you, tones, lengthens, strengthens. You're going to look better. You're going to feel better. You're going to achieve those weight loss goals. Check out Mandu Charlotte, and your first one is free. Go to tjriggins.com/fitness.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show. With TJ Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob. Now back to the TJ and Riggins Show. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
All right, Father's Day is coming, and GoodHousekeeping.com has put out a list of the best movies to watch with your dad.
Oh,
Riggins, you said your dad always wanted you to watch Ben-Hur with him.
All those 10 Commandments, all that stuff.
So that's his. Well, if you had to pick his favorite movie, would that be one of the 10 Commandments?
10 Commandments or Ben-Hur for sure.
Okay, not Done-Hur. That would be my dad's favorite.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my God. Stop.
It's just so ridiculous. Okay, so here are the top 10. And Lindsay, see if your dad would like any of these movies.
Mm-hmm.
Number 10, Asteroid City from 2023. I don't know what that is. Do y'all know that movie?
That's the art movie by Wes Anderson, I think.
Oh, really? So, yeah, my dad would hate that.
Oh, yes, Wes Anderson. I got a feeling you would both hate it.
Parenthood. Is that a dad movie?
No.
With Steve Martin, right? Isn't that Steve Martin movie, Parenthood?
I don't know.
The Iron Claw.
I don't know any of these.
The Zac Efron wrestling movie,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah. He'd like that one. My dad's would. To Kill a Mockingbird from 1962.
Oh, my gosh.
I had to read that book in 6th grade.
Gregory Peck in that,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, you're right.
Number 5, A Quiet Place.
Oh, the
That's
horror
with-
movie.
And a horror movie.
John
Yeah.
Krasinski.
And, yeah, his wife.
Yeah. And now this makes sense. Field of Dreams.
Yes, great movie.
Okay, it's a baseball movie with Kevin Costner, which, a little known fact, all baseball movies are with Kevin Costner.
That's true.
Good
Got a
point.
few of them.
The Godfather, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is Finding Nemo. Why? Unless you got you're talking about little kids watching a movie with their dad. But, and then number 1 is Raising Arizona from 1987 with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Um,
even heard that.
it's about a half-witted guy and his wife who tries to steal a baby. You know,
Great family movie.
from a rich family. It's a comedy. It's one of the biggest comedies ever. People love it. I never thought it was that funny, but I guess I need to go back and watch it again since I've been an adult. I was 17 when it came out.
Watch it with your son.
Yeah. Ain't no telling what he'd want to watch.
What would he?
Well, we watch Denzel movies together.
That's
we
a good
love
dad.
Denzel.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
We have
Expendables, Denzel, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Finding Nemo. Get out of here.
Come on.
You sassy dad.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God. I love it. I love it. I love it.
This is TJ and Riggins. Subscribe to all the shows at tjriggins.com and never miss the latest episodes. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins. TJ and Riggins. TJ and Riggins. TJ and Riggins. The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
The world's first pizza vodka has just debuted. It's made by Isco Spirits. They say it has elements of mozzarella cheese, red sauce, marinara, and Italian spices like basil and oregano and things like that, all infused into the vodka.
Italian spices like hair gel.
Yeah.
Tomatoes as well. I don't know
in a
what
Bloody
you do with
Mary, I could maybe see. That's about it.
I didn't think of that. That's the cocktail. Right. You make a Bloody Mary with that. That makes sense.
Right. But I mean,
I didn't think of that.
I don't want cheese in my Bloody Mary. I don't want any of that. Maybe the marinara sauce flavors, but people. But I'm not a fan of putting all that food in a Bloody Mary anyway.
Yeah, you're a purist.
I don't like that. Yes.
When it comes to the Bloody Mary,
I don't want bacon in it. I don't want okra in it. I don't want a cheeseburger, a slider sticking out of the top of it.
Yeah.
Get out of
See,
here.
I like to eat my Bloody Mary. So
you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you put a piece of pizza on top, I'd eat it. I think it would be tasty.
Yeah, but you get a plate of that on the side.
Yeah. I like the presentation.
There is a woman that is going viral because she's asking if she is wrong to uninvite her boyfriend from vacation because he's a very picky eater. So people are discussing picky eaters online today and how they've affected their lives. She says they've been dating for a long time, and she wouldn't even mind it if he was just a picky eater. It's the fact that he complains at every restaurant they go to that they don't have chicken tenders and grilled cheese.
Well, I think that's the Lord trying to tell her she doesn't need to be going on vacation and sinning with her boyfriend.
Ooh. What if they get separate hotel rooms?
Well, then that would be fine. Then
You'd be all right with that?
And then just tell him to go eat somewhere else, too. That's what she ought to do. She ought to ask for separate tables at the restaurant, wherever they're going.
Yeah.
I'm not eating with you.
Yeah, she says it's kind of embarrassing because he's so loud about it.
And he's such a weenie.
I don't even mind a picky eater, but the fact that you loudly complain at every restaurant you go to, you're making everybody miserable around you. That's just not right.
Mm-hmm. Plus, I mean, how many years have they been dating? And, he hasn't even taken a step toward getting married yet. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of get that.
Yeah, you don't want that guy. Just break up with him. That's what you need to do.
Just call it quits.
Yeah, if you don't even want to go on vacation with him, how are you ever going to want to have a future with him?
That's true.
It's a great point.
Mm-hmm. He's a weenie.
He's a weenie. Oscar
And
Mayer.
anytime the waitress says, "Sir, you're too old for the kids' meal," like, I'm sorry, and you make a scene, that's silly.
I'll pay full price.
We'll dive in a little deeper next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. A TJ Riggins Prime button to get to invitations, links, and all the great Prime Plus exclusive content. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Hey, it's TJ, and I love Omaha Steaks, and they got something brand new that you are going to love as well. Omaha Steaks all-new Smash Burgers. That's right, they're made from 100% extra-aged beef, and because they come from Omaha, they're top quality and delicious. 16 of them free in the Built for the Grill pack at tjriggins.com/Omaha. So yes, all of the other top quality products that are second to none from Omaha Steaks and Smash Burgers. 16 free with the Built for the Grill pack at tjriggins.com/Omaha. See site for details.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Baby, let's go.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
We were just talking about picky eaters in Now Trending. There's a story going viral. A woman said she's not bringing her boyfriend on a vacation because he's such a picky eater, and he makes a scene everywhere they go. So she said, I'd rather just have a nice, relaxing trip rather than dealing with a loud, picky eater.
Mm-hmm.
But today is National Corn on the Cob Day, and we have somebody on the staff here at the show that refuses to eat corn on the cob. And that's Tech D Rob.
Yeah, and he's a picky eater in general, though. You know, a lot of things he's picky about.
He is picky, but he's also quiet about it.
Yeah.
He just, if you offer him something, he'll just go, no, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that can annoy people. Like, for example, Alexis, who was on the show, worked on the show. She brought in something her mom made, and I remember her offering it to him, and he said, no, thank you. And she did not like that.
Yeah, and especially since it was, from her culture. You know, she's Salvadorian, and so she brought her mama's homemade pupusas in here.
That's what it was.
And for him to turn that down was just like another slap in the face. Yeah. It's a slap in the face of her culture.
That's right.
Yeah.
You insulted my mama and the culture. That's terrible.
But you can't change people like that because his started from birth, and he's almost 40.
Yeah, and then, but then he probably looks at it like, why do you care what I like and don't like? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that too.
Unless it is somebody who's wanting to, live with him or something or marry him. Yeah. That could be a problem. But you don't want to be with anybody as an adult at all if they make a scene everywhere you go.
Exactly.
If you have to worry about the person that you're attached to making a scene often, then you don't need to be with them unless you're a scene maker yourself, unless you like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Scene makers.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine leaving to go to eat? Every time you go out to eat, and you leave with your significant other, and you got to worry about whether they're going to cause a scene at a restaurant? Get out of here.
I can't fathom that.
Over something crazy like they don't have chicken tenders and grilled cheese.
Yeah.
It's like, first of all, look at the menu before we go anywhere, because I'm not putting up with your meltdown like a toddler at a restaurant.
Yeah, I mean, there are certain people though that complain about something at every place. Like, did you see the way she looked at me? The waitress, did you see the way the server looked at me? Well, I'm not playing that. And then the standoff happens. I'm going to be rude to her. And then Yeah, I mean, some people who just love that, like it gives them power, they think, over the other people around.
Making a scene.
Make a scene, they get attention, and it just feeds that, whole thing.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to be attached to anybody like that.
No.
Get away
I don't
from
even
them.
want to. I don't even want to be friends with anyone like that.
No,
You know.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You don't want to be in any kind of relationship with somebody that's going to cause a scene everywhere you go.
Mm-mm.
I like causing scenes. Can you imagine?
Favorite thing.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. TJ, Riggins, and Lindsay want to thank you for listening.
Let's go!
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.